Hello, and welcome to some Wednesday Wisdom with Cindee. This month in May, we are focusing in on being consistent, that law of consistency of John Maxwell's. And what it makes me think about is last weekend, I was speaking at a women's event. And it was Saturday, and there was a lot of women there, and we were listening to the speakers, and we were going to workshops, and we were taking in all this good stuff. And we were completely free of distractions, right? Because we're there, we're focusing in on ourselves and how we could grow. And it was a really great time. Have you ever been to an event like that and you just get pumped up? Like, yes, I'm going to go home and I'm going to put this into action and I'm going to do this with my family. And you've got all these ideas of how you can put it into motion. And then you walk out the door. And life immediately starts to happen and just steals your thunder. And by the time Monday comes around, it's like the event is just a distant memory. So how can we prevent that? That's where consistency comes in. That's where discipline comes in. Motivation gets you going, right? What happened at the event on Saturday, but discipline keeps you growing. And that's John Maxwell. That's a quote from him. And I like that because it's a good picture. We can get all pumped up and ready to go, but we need to apply the discipline with that in order to actually achieve something. So in this week's blog, I give several techniques, simple techniques that we can implement to start building our self-discipline muscles in our life, because we need that. And whatever that we want to build, whatever we want to grow, whether it's our finances or maybe a stronger relationship with our spouse, maybe it's a healthy lifestyle, maybe it's a stronger faith or a morning routine, or whatever you want to develop, you need those strong self-discipline muscles. On my coaching call this morning, I was talking to the ladies and I gave them an example like this. I always set up my yoga mat and I have one of those ab roller things, and that's just really difficult for me to do. You know, I see the people at the gym do it and they roll all the way out and come all the way back. And like, how on earth do they do that? So I've made it a challenge to myself. I put my knees at the very end of the yoga mat and I roll out as far as I can go, which isn't very far. And I put it there, and then I get a Sharpie and I mark a line about 6 inches from where my furthest point is. So the next day when I go out and I try it again, I try to get closer to that line. And then the next day I come out and I try to get a little closer and a little closer until I reach that line. And as soon as I reach that line, what do? I get my Sharpie out and I mark it 6 inches more. And that's what discipline is, really. It's just inches. It's just baby steps, consistently taken every day. Last week I talked about it doesn't have to be the same thing. It needs to be developing the same habit. Add some variety to it. But it's those consistent, disciplined steps that help us build those self-discipline muscles. So read the blog, get the tips, and then I will see you next week. Okay, take care, my friends. Bye.